if it does come down to a bunch sprint. A few riders just off the front here, though. Let's see who that is. Liana Lippert is riding super aggressively, isn't she, here? Obviously so motivated to try and bring this one back. Movistar don't have a rider in the front group, let's not forget. So she really wants to try and pull this one back. Juliette Berthet going through now. So Avita Music is protected from FDJ Suez. So she's the rider clearly that they want to go for the sprint if this comes back together. Is Lauren Dixon working now, though? It looks like Lauren Dixon is coming back through that line from that front group, so perhaps she's been given the all clear now to work and back her sprint. She was second in that intermediate sprint to Misha Bredevold, so perhaps they were just worried about her descending, whether she'd get into the final few kilometres with the front group. Perhaps she didn't feel great, but backs her sprint, so it looks like she is now working and coming through. Rihanna Marcus attack.
Little treks, Rihanna Marcus making a move from the front group of the race. We're inside 3 kilometres to go. We have got our flat and fast running alongside the dramatic coastline here for the Itzulia women, the Tour of the Basque Country 2026, and we are looking for our first stage winner on our first overall leaders jersey. Is it going to come from this front group of 5 who have been away ever since the penultimate climb? Frustration in the group behind though. Liana Lippert, the rider on the front for Movistar, not happy that enough riders aren't committing to this chase. So Osterlars is the rider who's just gone through there for Soudal-QuickStep. Magdalena Valliere, the world road race champion, now goes on the outside. I don't think that's an attack. I think that is her just keen to do some work. Of course, we are going to have passengers in this next group. Anybody with teammates up here is not going to be coming through and doing a turn. And still this front group pushed on. Antonia Niedermeyer here just on the front, Danny. Keep looking over her shoulder. Not sure who is going to still keep working with her here. The attack from Rihanna Marcus is neutralised, and we are inside 2 kilometres to go now.
We are indeed. So you could see Antonia Niedermeyer just making sure she was keeping an eye on one who was going to go through, but also were there going to be, or are there going to be any more attacks before we come into the sprint finish? There are. It looks like Lauren Dixon now is trying something, or just trying to get herself on the back wheel perhaps of Antonia Niedermeyer. Will Rihanna Marcus try again, or will she back herself in the sprint? I think Misha Bredevold is very, very happy to sit back and wait for the sprint. All riders already on the drops of their handlebars, getting poised and ready if it does come down to that final few hundred metres.
We've, of course, got the race for the stage victory, but also the race for the GC. So Antonia Niedermeyer riding on the front here, keen to keep this gap over the group of chasers who have brought the gap tumbling down. It was up to almost a minute at one point, down to 18 seconds now. It was down to 12 seconds at one point. We thought, could this all come back together? But frustration, lack of cohesion from behind. Only about half of the riders in this group are actually working. This is the second group out on the race, but it's not just about this stage victory, it's about the overall race win as well, as we are now going inside 1 kilometre to go. Still, Antonia Niedermeyer leads on the front, but Danny, hesitation from behind, no one else coming through.
No, there's not. They're all looking at each other, aren't they? But of course, the riders with teammates in this front group aren't going to do anything. And the riders like Magdalena Valliere, Laborel, Kutcher, and Dacian, we heard from their DS, they have got to try and ride full gas. Liana Lippert, we've seen getting super frustrated. And then it's Letizia Borghese from AG Insurance Soudal, who is a fast finisher too, but she's just sitting on. We've actually seen her be in distance a few times, but we are now coming into the final. So a turn with 500 and 400 metres to go. Antonia Niedermeyer happy, it seems, to just commit, to try and keep this gap open for those GC ambitions.
So we make our first right-hand turn here with 500 metres to go off the stage. Antonia Niedermeyer is still leading on the front at the moment. Lauren Dixon is up there in second wheel. Yara Castelline makes a move up the inside now as we are now inside the finishing straight. Antonia Niedermeyer still riding on the front of this group. She was the strongest climber in this race. She did ride away from her rivals at one point. It is now all back together. Rihanna Marcus makes a move for a little trek. She is leading at the moment down the right far side of the road. Rihanna Marcus, could she take the opening stage win here, or is Misha Bredevold going to take a victory? She already won a stage on La Vuelta Femenina last week. Misha Bredevold to the line, time to celebrate in the end for Misha Bredevold of SD Works Pro Time, taking the opening stage here of Itzulia Women and the opening first leaders jersey. Race is not done yet though. The chasing group from behind are being headed up by Liana Lippert here. So Osterlars just comes through as well, the local rider second on the line there behind Liana Lippert. They are racing for 6th place onwards. We have more riders still racing to the line here, still competing for those minor places. But Danny, in the end there, the big favourite from that front group, Misha Brodeveld, taking the victory.
Yeah, it was a really, really strong sprint. We knew she was the fastest out of that group of 5. She was patient, she bided her time. She waited for Rihanna Marcus to make her move. And then, yeah, a stunning victory for Misha Brodeveld. Job well done from the team. They made it hard early on. They had the rider that they wanted to be in that front group. She backed herself in the sprint, and now she's put herself in a brilliant position for stage 2 and 3. She's been second twice, let's not forget, on general classification before, and she wants this victory overall. She's going to be hungry and motivated to win this race in 2 days' time.
Adding to her victories in stages here last year, adding to her stage win at La Vuelta Femenina just last week, the opening Grand Tour on the calendar. The former European road race champion Misha Brodeveld of SD Works Pro Time adds another victory to her palmarès. What a way to open up the Itzulia Women's Race 2026. Just here with the team in the DR, team in Soigneurs. Just trying to listen into what's being said.
Janne, die ging heel vroeg aan, dat was echt slim. Oh. Yes. Want anything else?
Is Anne really happy for the stage with a sprint?
Yes, I'm very happy. Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah, it was hard.
It was a hard day.
It was a good day, yes. Thank you.
Trying for the yellow.
Yes.
Well, there we got a very, very flash interview there from our winner, Misha Brodeveld, ahead of Yara Castellan. Rihanna Marcus is the runner that led out the sprint early on, finishing 3rd in the end. Lauren Dixon 4th. Antonia Niedman just losing 2 seconds on the line there. She was the runner that kept the pace high going into that final kilometre. Liana Lippert winning the sprint ahead of Stoa Osterlaza from the chasing group, behind ahead of Dominika Vlodacek, Ricardo Bauernfeind and Leticia Borghese for the remaining riders in the top 10. We have had bonus seconds on the line as well. So Misha Brodeveld will be our first overall leader